Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for the Monday Q&As, so let's get it done. First question. Thoughts on doing a rest pause to complete a missed set, i.e. going for 7 reps on squats, feeling the fail on the 5, racking it, then waiting 10 to 20 seconds and doing the last 2. You know what, I actually like this method, and this is stuff I've used in the past. This is actually an old school method. There's a lot older guys I've known who are very big and very strong, well into their middle age and even early old age, still use this sort of method. This is very old school. If you knew that to progress on that day, that whatever your bench or squat or deadlift or whatever it happened to be was at for an X number of reps, and you wanted to progress. You haven't progressed in a while, and you know that you need 7 reps to improve on it because you've been doing 5 or 6. And you can't get to 7 in a single set, so you grind it out and you do whatever it takes to get to that 7. If it means you rest 20 seconds after the 5th and then grind one out with good form, rest another 20 seconds to do that 7th, then do it. And that it is a viable means of progressive overload when you really need to push a little more and you know that you're not strong enough to do so, just to force some adaptations to get bigger and stronger. I actually like this method as long as you can do it safely and you're able to do this with proper technique and form. So yeah, by all means, go for it. It's a viable method if you're stalling a little bit, particularly for slightly more advanced lifters. There's no real need for this for the novice, but yeah, for the more advanced person, this definitely has merit. Alright, next question. Hey Blaha, I only have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday to lift. Really? I've been doing push-pull with Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday off. More efficient use of my time than push-pull twice a week? No, just do push-pull twice a week on each one. Take 4 days. You don't need 5 days or whatever to train. 4 days is more than enough. In fact, as I've said before, if you're not on gear or you are not some sort of competitive athlete, I don't really see the point of you training more than 4 days a week. You're not really going to get a benefit out of it. And I know people will stand there and go, and I've seen rebuttals to me saying that, well, I train 6 days a week and I look fantastic and I can focus more if I break it up more. Look, if you are not capable of focusing on your bench press after you do your squat in the same day, you have mental issues. Yeah. I mean, I could teach someone who's mentally handicapped to focus on their bench press while they're doing their bench press after they've already done their squat. So I don't even understand that line of reasoning from people. And just because someone trains 6 days a week doesn't mean they wouldn't have got just as good of results training 4. There's just no need for it. So a push-pull done with each one twice a week over 4 days and then with 3 days off to rest is perfectly fine. Now you start blasting a bunch of gear if you want to go higher than that on frequency, by all means, or if you're a competitive athlete who has certain benefits to a higher frequency, such as, again, a power lifter or Olympic lifter who needs to be squatting 5 days or 6 days a week, then by all means do so. But otherwise, there's no real point to you training at a frequency higher than that. There's no benefit to you other than the fact you just like to be in the gym. But it may actually be hindering your gains depending on how you're programming it. And it may be causing issues with connective tissue and connective tissue overuse and inflammation. Just, again, depending on the person and their genetics and how they recover. Not everybody can train that way and be vastly successful. Just due to recovery issues, and particularly things like connective tissue. Particularly once they've built a base and they're getting stronger and bigger. And they're really able to put a lot of workload into their body in one session and really beat it up. Alright, next question. How do I build big blocky abs, not skinny men's physique abs? Beltless squats, beltless deadlifts, and heavy ass weighted crunches. And in fact, there's a question I'm going to get in one of these later ones. It might even be the last Q&A, to where I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to overload abs when doing crunches, because people had questions about that. But those 3 things will build your core up. If you want nice, thick, strong abdominals, that is definitely the way to go. A lot more beltless work and just heavy on those weighted crunches. But again, not heavy in doing them stupid, meaning heavy in the sense of what you can do for only 10 or 12 reps while actually squeezing them hard at the top. I mean, obviously you don't want to do half-inch range of motion crunches just so you can throw more weight on, but yeah, decent range of motion, hard contracted, heavy weighted crunches will do that for you along with the beltless work. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time in part 2.